All right, guys. Outside of the vehicle, of course, and this is the location. I'm just gonna do a 360 turn. All right, guys. They do have an bathroom here, I guess. Let's check it out. Anyone in here? Coming inside. All right. Pretty simple. Uh, was there a sink? Nope. There's no sink. All right, guys. There is a bathroom, more like a built porta potty. There's no sink or anything. Just be aware of that. We are in the forest, of course. Now I see a trailhead that's right in front of me, and then there's another trailhead to the left right here. I believe over here is heading towards the water. Actually hear the water flowing. Pretty interesting. It sounds like you're near a freeway, but it's actually water that you hear. And then picking up, you can actually see some snow still left. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, there's snow, but that's pretty cool. All right, let me lock my doors and then we'll head out down here. All right, guys, let's head down here. Now, I'm not sure if it's the water noise or the wind, because it is pretty windy right now. And I'm not even sure if this is a trail or just a water siphoning area. But you know what? Let's try our adventures. I haven't seen this plant for a while. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, I know exactly what it is. Yeah, something I forgot what was called, but I believe this plant is edible. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, you just chop the spikes out and then the roots are edible too. But I forgot what they call this. Someone who recognizes this, let me know. But yeah, let's just make our way down the trail. Now, question is, I could continue through there or continue through here. All right, let's see. Ooh, a nice rock. Look at that. Wow, pretty cool. work my way down here. No problem. All right, here we go. Bear in mind, I'm holding the phone on my right hand also, so my left hand is gonna be the one bearing all the blunt or grabbing things. Wow, that's pretty cool. I can actually collect some rocks up here. I see some yucca plant. I see some that are flowering down there. Maybe collect some yucca flower too. You know, the yucca flower are edible. Some people describe them as sort of a sweet essence soap. Yeah, that's a good way to describe things, right? Okay. Okay, this trail is manageable. I am stepping on some rock area where I have to put a firm footing and stomp it a couple of times before I actually stepped on it. You never know if the rocks are loose. But yeah, there's a dead yucca stalk right there. But way up ahead, you can see a freshly bloomed yucca plant, yucca stalk. All right, let's make our way down. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. All right. I hear the water. It sounds pretty loud. Yeah, that's definitely water that I'm hearing. All right. Make sure we get our bearings right. We went up, we came down from that ridge up there. Okay. Make sure we are able to find our way back. All right. I want to make my way down to the source of the water noise first. This is basically a rock garden right here. Now my question is, this rock garden where the stream flows, is it man-made or natural? Because as you can see, there's a lot of rocks. And I admit I watch a lot of YouTube videos that those people that are prospecting, this would be a good place to look for gold and other minerals and jewels and everything. So, all right, let's see. Oh, whoa. Slip there. All right. Wow, keeps on going and going. Oh wow. Alright guys, we got water. Oh wow. This is awesome. This area right here would be a great place to bring my daughter. She likes hiking and adventures also, and yeah, great place to find a water area. But let me see if there's any water holes that you're able to, you know, take a good dipping in, but let's make our way. I hope there's no poison oak here, but oh wow, yeah, right there guys, that is nice. That's the source of the water, but I would say I'm gonna make my way up and see if there's a nice pool area. Okay, right there, that looks like a nice pool area where you see the water, the white waters are. It could be deep or it could be shallow, but that looks like a pool. Or even over here, there's a pool area right here. Make my way down, slide down. All right, not bad right here. Not really a place to actually swim in, but yeah. Next time I should bring my fishing pole, do a little casting here. That's pretty cool. There it goes up and it goes down. But I would say for this one, I'm gonna make my way up and see if I can find some good watering holes. But think about it, this is the end of the road trail, and then this is where all the hikers meet. So I'm not too sure if this area is gonna be off limits or anything where, well, not off limits, but if it's gonna be crowded or not. But this seems to be a good hole area right here, but there's a big rock right in the middle. But let's make our way up. Wow, these are nice falls area right here. Look at that. My daughter, she loves to take pictures of mini falls, and this is definitely a good mini fall area right here. I wonder how deep that is right there. I can take this stick right here and see how deep it is. That's not too bad. It's about 2 feet deep. That's pretty cool. But what about this area? Whoa. Alright guys, that's pushing 2.5, 3 feet. Not too bad. Pretty cool right there. Alright, let's make our way up. I wonder if the water also runs on the other side over there. But let's see if we can find a good crossing. I'm not sure about this crossing. Yeah, looks like it's crossable, but then again, I don't know. Definitely shoes gonna get wet. Right here. No, definitely not. The log is rotting. There is a log underneath, but I don't wanna risk it. Alright, what about further up and see? let's see. Let's continue our way up here because it gets more dense over here with the trees and brushes. Alright, this side sort of looks like it's doable. It's possible I could go across here because going in there, the water sort of zigzags around. And I'm just curious about the other side, but I'm not sure if I can make it. You get what I mean? Alright, well, knowing me, I'm gonna see if I could jump from here to that rock over there. Only one problem is loose here. Now I can jump right there, put my step foot. Alright guys, I don't know what happened, if I turned off the camera on accident or something, or maybe I just lost the footage, but I don't know. I did manage to jump here, from there, land on here, and then I'm just gonna step across. Alright. Alright. We are on the other side. Let's make our way over, see if there's any other things out here. Or maybe that is the only stream that got diverted here. I don't hear any water on this side, so I'm gonna guess that there is no stream here. But let me see if there's a diversion course here, because I know in heavy flooding this area, oops, ow, almost lost my footing. This area would be the place for water to channel across, but I don't hear anything else. Alright guys, I'm gonna pull over to a place, sit, have a snack, rest, drink water. Alright, be back. Alright guys, back. Now I was thinking about crossing back, but I did not think it through when I crossed it right there. You see, basically, right about there. I actually jumped from there across onto the rock on the bottom over there, and then, you know, make my way over here. But going back, I'm definitely not gonna go back the same way, because I would have to jump from that rock onto all those tree roots that, you know, there's no grip, there's no point of contact that I could grab a hold of. So I'm gonna make my way down and see if there's another alternative. There's this alternative here, but then that log right there, that stick, that's not gonna do it. Yeah, and then of course the bigger log is rotting. So all right, let's make our way down here and see. I managed to pick up a few rocks, nothing spectacular or anything. Mostly, I believe they're quartz. So let's see, what's a good path to take? Like I said, I hope there's no poison oak or anything. Poison tree here. not really a solid path or anything. You can see even some rocks, but they're wet, so I don't want to do a dive into the water right now. Yeah, keep going. All right, different path. Ow. There goes my elbow. Whew. Ouch. A little slip and slide. Ow. Good thing it's gravel and not sharp rocks. Okay. Whew. Alright, let me check myself real quick. A little scrape. Not too bad. Wow. That was sort of stupid. Okay. One more time. Let's try to... Let's go this way. Yeah, I was holding on to the phone at the same time and only had one arm and lost grip. And there, down I go. All right. Whoa, look at this rock. Yeah. You see it, it's all iron oxide. So the whole rock there's a lot of iron in it. Wow. Looks like a freaking meteorite, huh? It's like the whole thing is just, look at that. It's crazy. But too bad I can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna take this whole thing. Look how that's a good weight on it. But I see some other, but all it is just iron oxide rock. Now it'll be great if it's a meteorite, but I don't think a meteorite looks like that. Yeah, here's a smaller version of iron oxide rock. Oh, look at this one. Look at that, guys. That's crazy. All right, make our way down. I'm looking up my wounds. Yeah, just a few scrapes, and I think my knees took a hitting too, but I didn't rip my pants, so that's good news. All right. I might as well make my way over to those yucca plants that I saw earlier that were blooming. Maybe pick some flowers. What kind of plant is this? Look at that. I'm not sure if it's the wild edible type, but yeah. There's some things that you can probably scavenge here, but gotta make sure I have a positive identification of those plants. But for me right now, I don't recognize these plants. Now this here I recognize. It's basically wheatgrass. Right there, basically it's wheat, and You know, grass is edible. You can't just actually chew it right away. You just pull it to the stalk. Right there, you see that? That's the stalk right there. The green part, the really light green part. You can actually chew it. Yeah. But this one right here, yeah, you can eat this part right here too. It's just wild grass. This plant right here is interesting. Yeah. These tubes. Wonder what it is. Gonna have to research it later. Not sure if it's edible. Now, for those that know me, I'm into wild edible plants, because when I'm, going on an adventure, hiking, trailing, or up in the mountains, woods, or anywhere, I like to know what my resources are, just in case if anything does happen. Oh, guys, take a look at this. Look like fern. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It's like inside a cave, and you see ferns growing. I had never seen this type of fern plant. That's pretty cool. Wow. Alright. Onward. Look at that rock formation, guys. See the stripes? That's pretty cool. Look at that. I have to admit, growing up, I was never into geology or rocks or anything, but yeah, as I get older, they interest me. You think about it, millions of years. Not just thousands of years old, these rocks. Look at this one. That's right. Oh, this is a good place, a good one to collect. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Again, putting in the pouches here. The one I got from AliExpress. I got the green one and the tan one. The green one, tan one. Alright. Me, I'm keeping my eye open for shiny stuff, the shiny rocks. So those are of interest and value. I wouldn't mind finding gold either. Oh, look at this one, guys. Look at that rock. That stripe went right across it, right in the middle. Look at that one right here. A lot of oxidation, rust right there. Low tree line right here. Gotta crouch down. Alright. Let's make our way over to the river flow area. I'm gonna call it a river now, because by the way the waters are going, moving, it's a river. It's not a stream. But then there are distributary streams, like this one right here. More calmer than the one over there. Alright. I see something sort of passable, but not really. Alright, let's make our way down a little bit more. It's gotta be something passable. If not, I might have to build myself a bridge with all these big rocks and boulders. Alright, I see something sort of crossable down there, so I got a note to myself that not to go too far down from where the car is, my Jeep.